And here we go. So guys, yeah. I guess it's everybody here and everybody can listen to me. We are live. And let me start asking if is there anyone for the first time? Carlos or Mariana? I don't remember your names, guys. So
Hello, guys. Good evening. It's not my
good
first
evening.
time. It's not the first time, hopefully. I've been enjoying the classes kind of few times and trying to do that as much as I can. So this night will be a great night to do it.
That's really good. But is it your first time with me?
With you is our first time together. So it's a pleasure. Nice to meet you.
Gosh. I lost my connection. Guys, am I back now?
Yes, you are.
You are human.
That's good. I just lost my connection and I was talking alone. So is it your first time here with me, Mariana?
With you is my first time.
Oh, that's nice. So welcome back to TNT and welcome to the meeting with me.
Thank you.
And Carlos, is it your first time? I do not remember your name, sorry.
No, it's not. I was here with you last week.
Oh, maybe I just don't remember the name, but if was you with the camera
not
open?
A problem. What?
You were with the camera open, yeah? I guess I remember you now because of the voice.
Was. I'll turn on this.
Yeah, I remember you. Welcome back. And I don't know if it's Glayton or Margarida there is Glayton. Yeah. Is it your first time here, Glayton? You're muted. Yeah, now I can hear you.
Okay,
is it your first time?
No, it's my third time.
So, that's
I joined to prior sessions before.
That's really good. So guys, as we don't have anyone here for the first time, I will say to you what is today's topic is the Great Resignation. I don't know if you guys have heard about it, but it's a kind of movement that occur when a lot of people just quit their jobs. An amount of people do that. And this happened recently during the pandemic. It started more in the United States. A lot of people just quit their jobs. People that was quite to retire, and some young people too that work in the service area. And this happened in Brazil too, even though we have a lot of unemployed people. A lot of people quit their jobs to start something new, or because a lot of reasons. We are going to discuss about that. It's a topic that I was really interested in know what do you guys think, what can let people to do that, if you guys are part of this or not. And I will ask you to just copy the questions. I will split in 2 rooms and this start right now, because this way we will have more time to talk about the topic. I guess will be kind of impossible to answer all those questions. So just choose the questions that you would like. Okay, guys? And here we go. Just a sec. That's it. Just a little sec, guys. Yes. So here we go. Carlos, Endel, Gabriel, and Glayton will stay here with me on the main room, and the others will be there on the small room to talk, okay? So I didn't present myself this time because you guys already know me, but let me do this again. So guys, my name is Wellington. I guess Glayton doesn't know me, but you can call me Well. I am here on TNT since July 2020, so almost 2 years, but 1 year and a half as a host. I'm not an English teacher. I'm learning just like you guys. And I like to bring topics that are on my mind just to know what you guys think and open more to another views. So, Leighton, could you present yourself, please?
Yeah, my name is Clayton. I am from São Paulo, but I live in Fortaleza, Ceará for almost 30 years. I am a system analyst, and I work as a developer. In the last 2 years, fortunately, I work at home, and great experience. And well, the things I like a lot is being at home, to study and to develop solutions in special to modern life. So that's it.
That's really good. Welcome to TNT again.
Thank you.
And Gabriel, I don't know if your micro is fixed there. Are you hear me? I cannot listen you. Yeah, try to disconnect and connect again on the meeting. I cannot hear you. Maybe it's something on the beginning that you have to accept and join with the micro. Okay? When you come back, I will accept you. But you need to leave because if I take you out, you cannot join again. Okay? So I will ask you Endo to present himself. Long time I don't have a meeting with Endo.
Yeah, a long time. It's been a long time. So my name is Endo Miller. I'm geologist from Goiânia, but nowadays living in Campinas. But right now I'm in Goiânia. And I've been also attending TNT meetings since the beginning of the pandemic, and I've been hosting here since I think it's been 1 year, more or less. And that's it. Very good topic. Thanks a lot.
Thanks, Endo. And you, Carlos. You are muted. Sorry.
Sorry. I'm Carlos. I'm from Vitória, Espírito Santo. It's my second time here. What else? And I'm trying to practice my English, my conversation, my speaking, and I think that we're here to. I search for resources to try to learn English more, and that's why I hear that's my goal.
That's really good. Welcome back again. And starting with the question, guys, let me see. I will choose Endo. What does your dream job look like, Endo? Do you have one?
I don't have this kind of job. Actually, I've been thinking a lot, my mind, in terms of, what I considered a dream, to work on it. So I really don't know how to answer this question, because I think nowadays I consider that the best job that I could have is a job that I will enjoy at the same time. I will work and I would, enjoy. I will be happy doing the thing with the purpose that I believe. That's, what I believe, because I've been changing a lot. Nowadays I change so much that I cannot answer this question properly.
I guess there is a song that it kind of say that, yeah? Did you wrote that?
I would like to know.
Yeah, something that say that I have changed so much that I don't recognize myself. I don't remember the song, but there is one, I guess, if I'm not crazy. But okay. And you, Carlos, what is your dream? What does your dream job look like?
Well, I really don't know. I really don't know. It's strange. I was thinking a little time ago. Now I like to learn. Actually, I'm doing a lot of courses, and because I like to learn new things, and I get me thinking when I use these things, and I try to figure out what is the job I want to do, and I really don't know. I don't know what's my dream job. I like what I do. I'm a system developer too, as Glayton, and I like to work with that. I like to solve problems. But I don't like to. I get bored easy. I can say that in my job, because it's so many things are happening today, are being created today, and I like to follow the things. So I don't know what I really like to do, because it's a lot of things to do, and I want to see and maybe to do a little of each. So I don't know in specific job I want to do, because in my area I like to do a lot of things. So I really don't know to answer what is my dream job look like, because I don't know what it's like.
Yeah, hard question, isn't it? And for you, Glayton, do you have a dream job? How does it look like?
I think the dream job is something we could do even informally or even for fun. And I've had other kind of jobs in my prior experiences. For example, I worked in the healthcare area, and I worked teaching teens in middle school, and I worked a little also in laboratory. But the thing I always did, even not working as I work now, developing, I did it before. I didn't earn anything coding, but I did it even for fun, because I was curious to learn how things work in this kind of technology, to learn new technologies. So I concluded, if I do it for fun, why not try to study more and work on it professionally? So I think in all this, it can vary from people to people, but everyone could think what I could do for fun. This could be the dream job. I think it could be the best answer, in my opinion.
Yeah, that's good. I kind of agree with you, but I have to also disagree. To this question, I would say, to me, my dream job is one that is not boring. Like Carlos said, I don't like things that are static. I like things that change, not Yeah, can be a lot, but I like things changing because this is one way where you can learn new things, you know? I guess when you do the same things all the time, it's kind of boring and it's harder to learn. It's not impossible, but it's harder. And I guess things that challenge me and I have freedom to do my things, to decide and go on the path that I want to. But I guess it's that. And I have to disagree in part with you because, you know, for fun, I like a lot to travel and to dance, but I don't know if I would live by that, you know, working. Maybe, yeah, but it's not my dream job exactly. I guess can be something that you have to, something that you do for fun, but you can have another things on your mind that is your dream job. But guys, I would like to know, we are going to talk about quitting our job. Why do you guys think that people quit a job? Have you ever quit a job, and why? What were the reasons that let you do that? Left you do that?
And concurrency if other candidates.
What? Sorry.
And concurrency with the other candidates fighting for the same job, same to just one position, but several candidates, so they fight for grabbing the job.
Yeah, but when someone is in one job and they just decide to left, what do you think that this person had in mind? They left for what reasons?
The job was horrible.
Yeah.
That's the case because the people come to the realization that it's not going good. I pay the bills, but it's going worse in my health, in my mental health. So I felt harassed by many factors. The treats I had to feel when I work, or I'm not evaluated appropriately. So people came into the realization that it's time to go, even without having another job.
Yeah, I agree with that. And for you, Carlos, what do you think?
Well, I did quit a job twice. The first time I was younger, I thought that the company was not going to do well what it was doing, so I decided to quit. And try another job. And once the second time I was in Campinas, work at a game development company, and there when I was there, I received the news that I was summoned to a public job.
Yeah.
In my city. So I've come back to my city, Victoria. Now I work to the state court, and I think when I was young, it was easy to quit the job because I wasn't the provider of my family. I had can I say the chance to take chances. I could take chances to risk decision to try new a job that could be my dream job. So I left my house to go to Campinas to work in a game development company. And sometime I was dating, I had a girlfriend, I want to get married. So I passed in a public exam. I don't know how to say that. So I'm back and I married and I got we had a son. We are together 14 years, and now it's very difficult to quit my job to try something new because I can. It's difficult to take a risk choice now. Not that I don't want to do that, but now I have to be uh, very calculist to do something like that because I'm the provider of my family. So I can't do things that could put we put all in risk. So now it's difficult. So when I was younger, my a friend of me that was my boss in that time, he said, oh, now it's time to get to risk, to take chance to do because you have your family that could support you, that could do back up you. But now today I can't do that crazy things now. I have to be very cautious on that choice. So when to keep my stable job, mainly because you're not in an stable time with economy, I think, with the government, the politics, that's it. So now I have to be very careful to know when I could quit my job to try a new job.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more with you. And you, Endo, what do you think that had in people's
Well,
minds?
basically, I've been working in similar area. I can consider because I always researching since the beginning, and I'm still researching. But now, in the end of the year, I will change a little bit, working in other area, maybe petroleum and so on. But I do not choose yet. But I think maybe the people, have changed a lot and quit their jobs because maybe I think uh, after the pandemic, the people, start to think more in other stuff to get value, So it's important because living, see, we were living, in a situation very kind of stable, but nowadays a lot of people, passed out, a lot of things changed a lot. So the people, that they were working before or, the past start to think more in the future, like, oh my God, I was spending my whole life doing the same thing that I consider very shallow. I'm spending my time, my life. So I will quit my job and I will change my area of field that I'm trying. I will try to do something that I consider, more happy. I would like to find happy, to live in a very good way. And I've known a lot of these people that, think like this. So, but at the same time, I agree with Carlos because I think it's a kind of Brazilian mentality, trying to have stability, a lot of stability is not, it's part of our mindset, our culture as well. Because if you go to Europe, for example, or parts Canada or United States, you see that, the mindset, the values of the people is trying to do something different a lot, without thinking, oh my God, maybe I will try, but, something will go wrong in the future. But they want to try. But here in Brazil, we like to stay in a stable and a comfortable zone. But yeah, for me, I think it's my opinions about basically about trying to find something more, interesting in terms of life especially after this pandemic.
Yeah, really good to hear that. Yeah, I'm kind of Carlos in the beginning. To me, was actually the opposite. I was not the provider of my house, but I helped my family, and I was in a public place working, but I didn't like it. I stayed there for long 7 years because it was really difficult to change the job. But during this pandemic, I just quit without think twice because I have to try something new. Like
You are my
say,
case.
maybe,
Oh my God.
yeah,
My example.
yeah, because I hated what I was doing. I couldn't see any way to grow in this career, and I am an ambitious person. It's kind of hard to say that we didn't like, but I guess pandemic is changing my mind. I like to win. I like to grow in the career. I am ambitious, so on this place I couldn't be who I am and achieve what I want. So if I had the opportunity to try in somewhere else and it was better, I did, and I do not regret. But I have regrets before. I guess aging changed that. And I didn't have so much to think about it like Carlos. I didn't have a family to take care. I didn't have a wife, a kid, anything that I could worry. And I was preparing myself during these long 7 years to just quiet any moment. So, I could do that. It's really good to hear you guys saying. And they'll say it about pandemic, and it's something that I thought too. This movement grew during pandemic. It started before, but during the first year, after I guess the 6 months of pandemic, it's just exploded and people started to quit their jobs. Do you guys think that those people started to reflect about their lives and stopped postponing the plans, just because they thought, oh my gosh, I don't know how much more I will live. If I have to risk, will be now, or they just could think more and realize that they were doing something that they didn't like it. Do you guys think that pandemic affected in some way those decisions, and how?
Uh, uh, do you mean the pandemic scenario?
Yeah,
And
made people reflect more and just quit their jobs and
and
change career.
in the current movement, the great resignation, right?
Yeah,
Okay, I heard about it, and especially in the United States, that people quit their jobs, really, but the pandemic offered kind of another opportunity because they were receiving insurances, pandemic insurance, similar to Brazil, but of course greater than here. The insurance people received here. That and in this scenario, people that really had a bad job, really with a lot of stress, because we have to say in United States, working conditions not always are good, especially for general services, salesman, saleswoman, working in fast food, in commerce in general. I don't know. Well, here in Brazil, we say comércio, but there I don't. I think the same word. People working in commerce, business, okay, business, and not savings things, and even managers working there in supermarkets, they quit their jobs because they said too stressed, that there was too stressed, and I decided to take another job. I heard about one they quit their job, his job, and I was working, carrying things in transportation of goods in general, and changing mobile things. And he said, yeah, work is a little harder, but I have no problem working harder. I work 6 hours a day, and no problem and no stress. He said about it. And he was about 14 and between 40 and 50 years old. I thought about it. He had a career in business and left it. So I think people took the advantage in the situation of insurance to migrate to another service. There was a bad condition of working that was existing. There was just before the pandemic. And people, I think that all that stress in pandemic, they said it's enough for me. I'm going now. That's time. It's so go on.
Really good point of view, Clayton. Thanks for sharing. And you, Wendell, how is your perspective about it?
The post-pandemic. Well,
Yeah, during
the pandemic.
Yeah, because
oh my God, you know, I think you already know part of it, but you know, during the pandemic, I found TNT. During the pandemic, I started to improve my English. During the pandemic, I started to look at other area. During the pandemic, I learned how to write my stuffs. During the pandemic, I ran my analysis in my field. So I can consider that during the pandemic, a lot of things in my life changed a lot. And is still changing. But, well, how can I explain? Because it's something that part of it, you know, is because of the pandemic, but other part, half part is because of me, because I'm always, you know, really into the new stuffs, you know. I really like to improve the things in general. So when I found TNT, for example, in English and other areas, I start to improve a lot. And I had time because I was stuck in my bathroom, you know.
Yeah.
Because the pandemic, I was, you know, in a, only one my room, my home, you know, so I could improve more and more. What I've seen, you know, I think in general, saying in general that the people, you know, they are reflecting more about the job, you know, the health, mental health, especially. Oh my God, I'm you know, watching a lot of this content, mental health, you know, trying to do very significant in terms of life, you know, relevant, help other people. I'm very, how can I explain, maybe happy, you know, to see this movement. I think we were living in a situation we kind of in a kind of shadow, you know, the situation, the problems. We were shadowing this problem, you know, without seeing. And during the pandemic, a lot of this scares, society scares, you know, growing up and revealed. So now we are seeing and we are trying to treat, overcome, you know, and improve them somehow.
Yeah,
I don't know if I answered, but yeah.
Yeah, you answered. Thanks, Daniel. It's really strange. We have never thought by living during a pandemic, and so much has changed. Like it was 20 years into, you know, because technology just make things faster, and
Exactly.
we stuck it at home and could think more about our lives, you know, because we didn't lose the time that we spent on the traffic. We had more time to sleep or think about life or watching, doing different things that we didn't have time or we never realized that we could do, you know. But when you have a lot of time and we are stuck it in home, you have to discover something to not get crazy, you know. And I guess this helped people to reveal a side that they didn't imagine they had, you know.
Yeah, and exactly. And the other point that I said that, you know, in part was because of me and in part was because of the pandemic. And I say that because I don't like this kind of very positive way, you know, the mindset like, oh my God, you have to see the positive side, you know, but we are living a very problematic situation and time. And in my case, you know, I do something that I consider good for me, but I totally comprehend the people that, you know, they are kind of in a problem, mental, emotional problem, you know, and it's totally normal because this is the normal. Okay, you know, in my case, so I don't like to spread this message like, oh my God, was a very special moment because, you know, because any situation is any situation, each situation. So I saw my friends, I tried to help them, and I was helped as well, you know. TNT, you know, acted as a therapy for me because I was spending time talking about my life and also improve my English. But I think more talked about my life than improve the English. But was, you know, we have to see the side of the thing, you know. It's not because we improved a lot as consequence of the, you know, the whole situation. But we were shared our, you know, emotions and so on, our thoughts. So yeah, this is the reality.
Reality is so strange. That is good. And for you, Carlos, what do you think about all of this that pandemic made?
I really don't know. I really don't know what to think because I didn't saw or read about people quitting during the pandemic, but what I saw, people quit before the pandemic because they had to return to presential work. That that's I read a lot, I listen a lot, but I can think in an angle that I think no one has talked about. It's mainly in Brazil, we had a very economic problems with the pandemic, and people get fired. So in that, because of that, they have to figure out how to survive. And I think in that moment they could discover that they are stuck not because uh, they're stuck because it could do better. It could do better, but I can say maybe the search, the culture of stability that you mentioned before, it was difficult to quit to try something new that could improve their lives. So if you getting fired, they had to move. So it discovers something to improve their lives. So not so about the good side of things, but it's a fact. I think in the needs, in the moment in the moment when people was for job because they get fired, they discover new way to get to earn money, and that I think it's a point of view that you didn't you know, that no one has talked about here. You know, I could forget, and I remember that. So, but I really don't learn people here. I didn't saw people quitting to try and figure because of the pandemic.
Yeah, I guess this happened a lot, maybe in your area, like in the technology area, because people were working at home, so they could find places, and there is a lack of professionals on this area, so people could do that. Maybe it was not to everyone. I will send to you guys one article in Portuguese that I read. It was a lot of people, most of them were like graduated and they could choose, you know, there are this part that you mentioned that people could not choose. So they have to find some way to survive because, you know, we have to pay the bills and survive. So we will find a way. We are Brazilians, we are good at that, to find a way to do things. But some people had the choice, could choose, you know, are privileged people, you know, people that could migrate the career, change the area, but it was more than the usual. It was something that happened here too. Maybe it was not so shared on the media because unemployment, it was really huge here. So they would not share those kind of things, I guess. But something that Clayton mentioned on the beginning, if people are quitting their job, there is a problem with the companies. This is part of too. Not only because people want to change, but sometimes the company is really bad. So what do you guys think that makes a place good or bad to work? And how could companies retain their talents? What could companies do, you know, to keep people with them and become a good place or a regional place to work?
I think, can I answer? No? Okay. I realized in different kind of jobs, the more people, more people exposing to the companies, the more hands to work, the more companies require too much from their employees. There's a moment that an employee is working well during their best, but companies say then it's not enough, criticizing their working, for especially in things that are not under their control, more control of the company, but they blame the employee. So, and they all this criticizing on the employee, the requirements too much. It's bad for him, even if they don't quit their jobs. It's bad for their mental care and even physical diseases in the future. Unfortunately, some people felt that it wasn't their choice to quit, but later they decided to quit because they felt in their bodies one disease, one thing related to their job, to the environment in their jobs. So they should have made this before they did this decision, but they didn't. But they shouldn't have made it before.
And how about you, Carlos? How do you see that what makes a good or bad place, and how can companies improve?
First, I think the company can offer the workers a lot of money, ton of money, but sometimes it's not enough. At least I read today that in some point the money is not enough. You want a lot of, you start to value a lot of things, other things. And for me, personally, in the job, I like challenges. I like to be inspired. I like to learn a lot of things. Sometimes the company, well, probably the company are not interested in order to want she wants you to get jobs, and if the job is boring, it's not fit you, or you don't fit the job. But the company has to know the how important the worker is for it. Sometimes he don't value the professional, and when announced that you are leaving, that you are quitting, now he starts to propose something that to stay in the job, and you won't be feeling valid, because I think you can just understand that we heard a lot about people that maybe declared to the company 6 months before that they are start to looking for another job, and the company do nothing. And when he is quitting, the company want to, in a way, discover a way to maintain to ask the worker, the professional, to stay in the company. So I think the company had to find a balance, to find if the job, if the professional is feeling good, is feeling well, is because the professional is really important to the company. But if the professional don't like to be in a company for 2 years, because I don't know, you don't want to do that, the company can't do a lot of things to prevent the left.
Yeah, I agree with you. It's like we used to say in Portuguese, they just give value when you left, you know. And for you, Endo.
Yeah, my answer is totally in line with what Carlos has mentioned, because, you know, I think it's very exciting when you start to learn something new. I think everybody agree, you know, to stay in the dynamic of the stuff, you know, of the company and so on, be really part of it, you know, be into that. So I think the company needs to provide this kind of healthy environment, you know, to make the people feel like this, you know, into the project, you know, that and feeling that the project is growing, you know, because of then, you know, like as result, you know, integrating the people and so on. So I consider that when the company not only use your force, you know, your energy and so on, but, you know, bring you close in order to make the company grow, you know, and kind of hear you, you know, try to oxygen the company, you know, and so on. Yeah. So I consider that kind of environment make the people happy, you know, exciting working and happy.
I know, can I cut you a little bit? I would like to know, how is this on the perspective you're researching? Do you know people that left the project? How is it? What do you think that make those people that get in a project, you know, excited?
I'm saying this especially because of the research area, because I know a lot of research that they don't make money, but they love to research because the result depend, you know, only of them, you know, because it's a result, it's something that kind of instigates us to, you know, create thing. But of course, we are kind of measuring the balance, like now I'm doing this because I need to, you know, to have a better education, and then I can work really and make more money and so on. You know, we are aware about this kind of balance. But I think something that really instigates the people is trying to, you know, do something that we feel that we are doing, you know, with our hands. We are in the process, seeing the process and living the process. So I know a lot of these people kind of, sometimes I think it's a kind of, you know, it's sad because we don't make money, but they really feel instigated and happy, you know, and part of it. and doing something important in life.
Exactly.
But in terms of company, I don't know, maybe Google is trying to do that, you know, or this kind of very big company of technology try to provide a very good environment to, you know, to, I don't know, in a realistic way how it works.
Yeah, but on the research area is a realistic area, yeah. Even though underpaid, it's a realistic. It works.
Yeah.
But I guess it's similar, really similar to the others. Good, thanks. It's good to see this perspective. So, guys, how it was the conversation? Did you like it?
Yeah,
Did
that was really good. I was talking so much.
Yeah, how it was for you, Mariana? What do you like it most that you shared or you heard?
It's such a great topic. It's not that easy. We were kind of being really a deep dive in each question, and it's really interesting to see different perspectives. And sometimes you're not evaluating something, and a person is adding other point that is really important. That was really good. So good to talk about these topics nowadays.
Yeah, I'm really happy that you like it. It was really good to hear on the main room. I was really excited. Because of this, I took a little more time to bring you guys back. But I would like to hear about the others too. How it was, Lu?
Amazing. It was amazing. Very interesting topic. I dream when during my answer, I dream with my job. It was amazing.
That's really good. Here on the main room, we didn't had like a dream job, you know. Everybody wasn't with this on mind. But let me see. Sarah, do you have a dream job in mind? Could you describe to us? Or
Yeah, I don't have either. I just said I'd like to have to be to receive inheritance to get a lot of money. But jokes aside, I was just saying the things I'd like to have a quality of life with the job and have a fair salary. And do
that's
not
really
have
good.
to take the bus because work from home for me is an
Yeah.
amazing. The
Yeah.
guys learned I hate the bus today. So for me, work from home brings great quality for our work, so it's a good option nowadays.
Yeah, that's really good. Guys, it's really good that see that I guess we have changed our perspectives because of pandemic. Some things had to change. It was not something good that happened, as Endo said here, but brought new ways to see life, to work. And guys, there is here 3 links to you. The survey that I want you to answer and say what you would like to see here to talk about, to discuss. Is really important when you guys say what you want, because this way I can bring things, and sometimes I don't have any idea to bring. Sometimes I want to talk about something. So if you guys just give me feedbacks, I will like. And say also what you think that we can improve in TT, what I can improve here during the dynamics. We are always open to hear about it, to read. And I brought also the link to the Pro plan, because you guys know we have 4 meetings for free during the month. But in the Pro plan, you have access to all the meetings, and you can split the plan in 12 parcels. Oh, you can ask Mariana, please.
I'm sorry to interrupt you. Can I?
No
I
worry.
can. Okay, but the price is that price that is over there. Is that right? Because I thought no, this price is kind of wrong.
Let me see the price that it is appearing to. Yeah, is this one is for 1 year, and you can split this, and in the end you will have 5% of discount in the end of the process.
Okay. I will check again.
Okay, if you have any doubt, you can look for me on the Telegram or chat with someone, with Philip, send an email. We will explain to you how it works. Okay.
Perfect. Thank you.
And for last but not least, the YouTube link that you guys can share with your friends to see how it was a conversation. The ones that were on the main room can see yourself again. And the others that was in the small room can see how it was here. I guess it's always good to see. And you can subscribe on the channel if you are not subscribed, and sign on the bells to receive the notification and see other meetings when you cannot join on them. It's something good to do too. You can do this while working. Do you have any questions, Clayton?
No. Great talk here, and very relevant.
That's really good. I am really excited today, guys, and thanks for coming here. I was almost unable to come here and run the meeting, and the others would do this for me, but thanks God I could. It was really amazing, and see you next week.